What's up, y'all? It's another video with Praise Lifestyles. Um, First, I wanted to give a shout out to the Fifth Element because he's always getting my hoodies on time. Even today is Valentine's Day, so I'm rocking a "Ain't No Love" hoodie. So he basically always gets my stuff on time, and I definitely appreciate it. If you guys ever want to follow him on Instagram, his IG is the Fifth Element One. Again, on IG, it's the Fifth Element One, and get in contact. From there you can look at some of his stuff, and it's very very convenient, and he definitely would make it his business to get the stuff out to you. Of course, if you're in the New York area, so there's that. Um, I just wanted to really, I guess, break down a few things, nothing too crazy. So I noticed that a lot of analysts are talking about Prospect Capital, PSEC. So, if you've been following my stuff, you've heard this name before because I've talked about it over a year now. So, it's kind of funny and kind of cool to see that now the analysts and stuff like that are paying attention because it was on Google. Like literally, I just went on Google and seen them talking about it, saying that it's a good buy because of the stock market. That stock actually pays dividends. It has a very good yield, especially for the price. It's under $10, but it is paying about 6 cents per share. So, I mean, you do the math on that, you can get your shares up really fast, and then those dollars really start to build up really fast. So, I definitely, been on board a long time ago. So that's been, my game plan and my strategy. So even when the market has, bad days, for me, I don't really, doesn't bother me because, as I said in my last video, I call those my discount days. I get shares into companies at a very, very good price. So it doesn't bother me. And again, monthly paying dividends means that's your great defense against a market that's basically bearish. And I'm not sure if you guys know about terminologies, but bearish is basically just a term if the stock market is moving pretty slow. Bullish means the stock market is basically shooting up. So that's basically just the terminologies that goes on. So a bear market, a bull market, and now you guys know the terminologies when it comes to those. Um, Another thing I want to talk about is owning a business. So I've used a site called INC Files. So I've had a few people that also used it. Everybody had different experiences, but I'm not surprised because not everybody is filing and trying to use the same business. So you're going to have different experiences. However, there are a few things to be aware of. Now, when you're filing for a business, they will ask you the question, is your personal residence going to be listed as your business? By the nature of your business, if you say yes, you're going to have to pay extra money for additional documentation. The documentation is basically something that you can state, hang on your wall in your house or your apartment, wherever, and it will state that this is your place of business. So, if you're not trying to do that, then you do not want to list your personal address as your business address. You can actually have them generate an address for your business. That's what I did. So I did not have to pay anything additional of stating that this is my place of business, because it's not. Even though I am a walking business, I can still take advantage of the tax write-offs. So be aware of that. There's a lot of different tricks and trades that can be used. I will talk about them in a later video, and I will really break them down detail by detail, step by step. If you guys have any questions about it, feel free to comment in this video and talk about some of the things, or ask me a few questions on things that you want me to talk about, so I'm more aware of my audience and what I need to talk about and address directly. So that's just really that. I just want to get that out there. Also, one of my close friends, they definitely started their own business with the vending machine. Congratulations. It was an easy process. They said it took them a few days to do it. They also was very happy to basically get approved for a business credit card. So now they have not just a business, but they also have business credit, something that takes a lot of new business owners to figure out how to go about and how to get it. So he was able to get that in one shot, and he was thanking me. So I'm actually happy, and I appreciate that, because I just love to hear that some of the advice, some of the stuff that I'm talking about, people actually are doing and utilizing, and it's working for their benefit, because that's what I'm doing these videos for. I'm not telling you guys something that you can try it and then I can hear your experiences, then I try it. No, I'm telling you guys stuff that I'm already doing. So I know how it's gonna work. I know how to go about it. I know the results if you do it correctly. So shout out to him. I'm definitely very proud of him, and like I said, just keep going, keep pushing forward with it. Don't get lax, do not get lazy, keep building on your business. Now you have your own legacy that you're fulfilling and you're building on. So it's an amazing feeling. It can be overwhelming at times, but it's an amazing feeling. And like I said, you have any additional questions, feel free to talk to me. I actually probably have some questions for you too, because it is a vending machine business and I am interested in that. So besides that, like I said, Prospect Capital, that's a key one. Today, it's Valentine's Day, so the color of red. Unfortunately, there was also the color of red for the stock market, but you know what? I was able to buy some companies at some discounts. I got in at some great prices. ORC, which is Orchard Island Capital, that's another one. That's one of my biggest ones that I deal with, because that also pays monthly dividends. Like I said, I love monthly dividends because that is probably the best defense when it comes to the stock market. It beats inflation and everything, because at the end of the day, the stock market goes up, down, left, right, side to side. It's doing a little dance step. It's having a seizure. Whatever the case is, it does not matter. I'm still going to get paid as long as these companies that pay me monthly keep on with their monthly paying dividends. So for me, it's a win-win. I will still buy into the market, and also that's a great way to build generalization wealth, and that's what the point is, right? So that's just one of my biggest steps in the right direction, and that's what I go with. So I just basically gave you guys two different companies. Well, one Google was talking about, but I've been talking about it forever, so I hope you guys got it a long time ago, because now that they're talking about it, please believe that their shares will probably go up. I got in when it was about $5. It has been $5 in a long time. It's actually been hovering around 7, 8. At one point, it was $9. But again, it's still under $10, and it's still a great buy, especially right now with this market. Apple, they went up today. I was a little surprised because they are having their issues. Like they're actually being fined over some dating app. So, Apple's trying to have their hand in everything. So they've been having a lot of regulations, a lot of fines, but it hasn't really hindered them. So today it was actually up, nothing crazy, like I think 0.14%. But hey, it's still a gain. A gain's a gain. So that's really that. Another one I wanted to talk about that I really don't talk about very often, that I have been invested in, Dave and Buster's. So Dave and Buster's, I just looked at the reports, and the analysts have been saying that this is a buy, this is a buy, this is a buy, which is pretty funny because last year they was basically saying the opposite. But it must be due to the fact that these last 3 quarters, they actually beat their own expectations. So they expected to hit a certain number, and they actually blew that out the water 3 times in a row. So their quarters have been really good, and they're basically improving. They're getting back to basics. They're not 100% there yet, but I definitely felt for a while that they was a great buy. And I still feel that way now. I've definitely benefited. I've made a few dollars off of them, so I definitely will still recommend them. For the people that jumped in, I'm gonna say a few months ago, hopefully you guys hung in there, because it's definitely gonna be beneficial, especially now you see you have the analysts saying that it's a buy out of nowhere. I'm not surprised, but it's nice to see that some of the stuff that I'm talking about, I'm not just talking about it in vain. I'll talk about it, and then months later, it might seem random when I'm talking about it, but then months later, or a year later, in this case, others start to talk about it. And then you have the analysts that start to really dissect it and talk about it, and just end up basically agreeing with the same thing that I've been saying from the very beginning. So, I mean, that's a good validation for me personally, to be honest. So obviously the stuff that I am talking about, it actually makes a difference and I'm on the right page. So I'm cool with that. I'm still paying attention to Workhorse. Nothing big has hashed out yet. So, I'm just really waiting to see what's going to take place. Even though I am curious because Bentley, if I'm not mistaken, put in some millions into the electric vehicle companies. So I am very curious to see what's going to play out with that. I do feel that in the future, Workhorse will be much higher than what it is because, again, at one point in time, it was definitely shooting up to a very high direction. It was starting to be the thing as if it's either Neo or Tesla or Workhorse. Now, Workhorse got knocked out the map. It's really not even in any type of conversation. So, I like to pick up stocks when it's there, when it's not into any conversations like that. So, we'll see what happens with that. Google, you already know how that is going. Like I said, they're talking about their split stocks. They're probably going to do it in July, and it's going to be for every one share you get 20 now. So that's a very huge split. So again, you got until about July if they actually do it, because they sound a little uncertain. So if they do it, it's in July. So you guys have time. So that does not mean rush and try to buy shares as much as you can. That doesn't mean put in 2,000, 3,000 every single week, or whatever the case is, trying to get as much shares as you can. You can definitely take your time with it and basically invest into other things, and then also go into that. So you can play it out. You can play it ear by ear, week by week, month by month. You do have time. But that is something I'm throwing out there now. I don't want to throw something out there the day it happens, or a day before it happens, or even a day after it happens. I want to hit you guys with information months, or at least even a year before something happens, so you guys could be well aware and well prepared. So that's just, my take on things. Anything that you guys need to talk about, I got you. I will definitely talk more about business, as I said. I did see a few requests for me, doing research on Federal Reserves. I have no problem doing that. As I said, I did not forget about you. Any request, any comment, I do pay attention. I am always watching. Trust me when I say that. So, anything that you guys need me to talk about, feel free to contact me. Please say something in the comments. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about, especially when it comes to business, because there's a lot of things I can cover, but I don't want to cover something that you guys really don't care for, or something that you guys want me to talk about, directly. But I don't know what you guys want me to talk about directly if you don't say anything. So please feel free. If you have any questions or any thoughts, any ideas, something you want me to research, stocks, credit, cryptocurrency, please feel free to just address me. Let me know. All right. Anyway, you guys been great. I appreciate all the love and support. The Fifth Element, appreciate you again, guys. If you didn't catch the very beginning of the video, his IG is the Fifth Element 1. So I definitely appreciate you guys. Keep the hoodies coming too. As I said, anybody else that has hoodies and stuff like that they want me to wear and represent, I definitely will, and I'll give you a shout out, because like I said, I love hoodies. It's my thing. So definitely, I appreciate everybody. Take it easy.